Well, welcome back. I appreciate you watching the video, and we're going to be doing the bushings and the nocks for the Alpha Nock HP in my zombie slayers. I want to shoot these out of my new 10-point Venom X, and I'm going to install the Alpha Nock HP so I can do that. If you haven't watched the unboxing of the Venom X, please go back and watch that. And then also, if you haven't watched the video on the first range time with the Venom X, I was shooting the provided bolts that came with it. Didn't spine index those or anything. Just went out and shot those, and I was very pleased on how well it shot. You can watch that video as well. But I'm excited to be able to shoot these. These are a little bit heavier at 466, 467 grains. They may be a little bit heavier than that with the bushing and the nock, but it's okay. I like around that 475 to 500 grain bolt total weight. Okay, so we're going to be putting the Alpha Nock bushing and the Alpha Nock HP in these. 10-point says to glue them in. I don't want to use quick dry cyanoacrylate glue as they're hard to get out, but I'm going to try this platinum. I use this on my fletchings and I like it. You have to give it time to dry. There's a setup time which on these won't be an issue, but it says to let it dry for 48 hours, especially on the veins. 48 hours, but it says on the directions for 48 hours on the Fletch type platinum. That's what I'm going to use to glue these in. So let's go ahead and get started here. Number one, there's a little indent in the bushing, and that has to line up with your cock vein. I have the same, but I have them numbered, and then I spine index these, and so I lined the cock feather up with the spine, and so I'm going to make sure that the groove in the bushing and the little raised part on the nock are all in line with the cock vein, and that's the way you want to put these in. So I'm going to leave the nock in partially just to help me guide the bushing in and get it set right. I don't want to use a lot of this, but just enough to where I can spin that and allow it to spread some glue in there. So just turn them as you go in, and that'll get the glue spread around. And then this doesn't dry. You wouldn't be able to do this with cyanoacrylate glue. So just spin it to get it even a little bit, 2-3 times, and then you just want to make sure it's lined up on that cock feather. And I use a 1 degree on the fletchings, and so I like to eyeball it from the back and make sure that nock is going to be setting centered where the middle of the vein is, right here, not with the back, because you want that vein to sit evenly in that track groove. So I always eyeball it up and make sure that I have this nock centered on that. So that looks pretty good, and we're just gonna let that dry. I'm not worried about pushing it in. That I'll be able to push that in after I get these done. It takes about 5 minutes for this platinum glue to set up a little bit. It won't be tight by any means. If you just keep spinning it as you take it down, it'll pull the glue in, and then it'll allow it to spread out and evenly distributed within the carbon in there, so you get a good bond. So again, just make sure they're lined up where they need to be. Go on to the next one. Again, you don't need a lot because really it's just something to hold these in. These aren't super tight from new to go into the shaft, so you have to have something that's going to be able to hold that that bushing in there. And on the fourth, I'm just going to do 4 right now. I'll get another half dozen zombies, and I have another 8 nocks and nock bushings there in my toolbox. So, and line that up. And double check them. And they look pretty good, so and they all look the same. So it's that simple. And we'll go out to the range and see how they shoot. They shoot great out of my Barnett, and they group well. And so that it's as simple as that. When that dries, the bushing, when the glue dries in the bushing, then I can push those down, and I can actually adjust the nock after the glue dries. But you want to get the bushing in to where that notch is lined up with the cock vein, and then you can adjust your bushing, you can adjust your nock after the glue dries. So that's all there is to it. And thanks for coming and watching the video. Hopefully there's something that helped you in the video. Again, we'll be bringing some other reviews for you on some nocks and some lighted nocks, and the wireless mics that I used this hunting season. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for coming and watching the video, and we'll see you on the next one.